Sani Fugana Fobo. They don't care about whatever you think he is. Ebra, Unyankopon de see him, a catch them. Ebra Yankopon ya na bi so be shira Jesse nenema. Jesse nenema. Ah? Or say obofo no odo obofo no ko Jesse fie so kwa ko shira wo. Oduru ho no. No so money nyina no say ai me money nyina ni. Or hwesa o say no, unya me sure so money nyina ni. O so money nyina ni. Si no, o say akaba akon. Also, the okanyan so no hyenwura mu ona, okanyan so no yemfa ne nya hwe no a onyim de oye no. O say ko frɛ ne bra. Oba no say we na me de be chichi masafo. Nti hu nya nipa o. Onyame na si hene na obie wa no ka so obi nya presidential material. It, you know, in all angles, Ghanaians, the Gen Zs, they want a leader who can crack the whip. Leadership. Canada, Japan, look at what they hear, they tell you. Papa Wadi or Kano credibility, honesty, it is what they are looking for. Papa Wadi or Kano that is what they are talking about. Canada, Japan. Can we say that about Dr. Bawumia? I'm not saying it's about Bawumia, but Ghana for Neka. And that is a perception. In politics, when you allow people to build a perception around you, it becomes difficult to demystify that perception. To say Ghana for about Dr. Bawumia, you can tell me. If you're a political science, just come out and let's discuss this issue passionately. Oh, economy no bit much changing na man I say heaven. And I say fundamentals no bit my ye. And I say those people are Zongo community or no I Muslim. I also bit much vote to ni na mayeno. So could na platform to besa ka so bit my miracles. I'm a Zongo ho ye be winning. Omo come in here because mentia say. And I say northern region no nya 0.0000000 no. What is he going to do? Because he stand at a crossroad between two tribes. A long-standing feud. If we're able to solve Mampusi and Kusasi problem, then Dr. Bawumia, you have a chance. But today, looking at that problem is there, and we know that is a problem. Na sebio uko sebio aprinkin sima kromwa. Na sebio amokuya kromwa. Na sebi won fa de ne nkate sa na okofa bibi foforo a sebi o ubede atimako akwa so de amoku aye nkate nkwan ko de busuam there's going to be a problem. And that is why he knew that he was standing in the midst of a deep blue sea. As me who de wa missing kano fire ni crazy there be sparking it, you know, a hono nobody's preaching tribal, but it's a fact. See, how many Kusasi people do we have in Ghana? May I estimate, we have about 2.6 million people in Ghana. How we Kusasi for? And you know, automatically elected Bawumia, it means that 2.6 million people are not going to vote for Bawumia. Why don't we accept that fact? Why? Why are we doing to ourselves? In the MPP for ground, you vote to the ground, buyer in Yan and Anwin, a super tick, because we have a 2.6 million deficit already. Why don't we tell ourselves the truth? Say and solve that problem there between Kusasis and Mampusisa. There's no way we can solve that problem and bring a candidate that we are in the middle of that, and we want to go and sell that candidate to the people. Professor Kwe committee report, I come home. And can't say you, but because say this issue played a role, the issue in the north, it played a role. Me can't say that issue of me can't. This issue played a major role. I didn't even. Why do we want to do a political gambling? Why? Why do you want to gamble? Why do we want to go out there and gamble? Because we feel say. A Kufuado, they call me a total different issue. Obika said you a Kufuado ya chimney, if one year for problem, Tino, a candidate in the bar, if for Santi for someone to Abamano. I just had Ubia Kaya. It's not there. There's nothing like that there. Akufo-Addo Angokan Jobia said when the fundamentals are weak, the SPJ will expose us. He never talked about the economy. Akufo-Addo was a victim of circumstance. Ghanaians saw Akufo-Addo as a president that never was. And they wanted to give him the opportunity to show what he can do. And that was something that was an adrenaline that was building in the minds of the ordinary Ghanaian people. That analysis is totally different. When you come to J. Akufo, time or Okoye, the gentle giant, he emerged. And people thought that the way a manner or stand the election, I will now vote to change Professor Dubois. And that time, in time, the MPP was boiling up and building a political party. And Kufuor being from the Buzia stock, a year minister of Buzia time, they thought say they will give him the opportunity to see what he can showcase in 2000. And lo and behold, he won that elections. But Dr. Bawumia Dieno, we cannot gamble with that 2 times, 3 times issue now. It won't work. It won't. Because Maka and American, there is a lot of baggage on that candidate, and if we unless we want to go and gamble, and as a political party, then we will continue to stay in the wilderness for so long a time. Ghana for say Omontono. Credibility issue is a problem. If you are doing politics, why do you think former President Rawlings was loved by many? We are political scientists. I go and check. Obumu said the Ghanaians love him. Kennedy Japo Obumu said the Ghanaian people know one thing about him that will resonate. And they so busa every Ghanaian in every household. Oh, Papa ne friend Kennedy Japan no then how they be kaino. Oh, sa papa ne de onpem kwase asemu. Ono de okanu kureu. And that is what is resonating on the minds. Sa papa ne de oyobia nani edin. Otimi de na si form ne maame no na onkanu kura untimi ne nanti. Ne party kura mu na se BBC a obetimi aka no kura na kirewo. Obe look into your eyes and tell you the truth. She say Ghana baby a yedru no enye about book and akotrase ni ama lectures, long lectures. It's boring. The ordinary Ghanaian people. Michelle businessman, say, we are getting sick and tired of you politicians giving us long speeches, long and the way back. No, they need a pragmatic leader. Somebody who will bring a fresh sigh of relief to the ordinary Ghanaian people. Less Ghanaians take the necessary risk and elect Honorable Kennedy Japan. Sisi Ghana for are yearning for a new leader. A new dawning is blowing. A new wind is blowing all over Africa. A new leadership that the people can resonate with. Leadership that can talk the body language of the ordinary people. The leadership or can the language of the street. Kennedy Japan is the man. Is the big deal. He speaks the language of the street. Kennedy speaks the language of the street. Every ordinary Ghanaian see themselves in Kennedy Japan. Let me tell you, it's not a kind of a bourgeois kind of thing. Kennedy Japan, waton pikeda. Ne maame every akurasi to asen dompim. Abrantie di abrabon kakran. And Otimi call Adisadel College, no Swan Trunk, no Adisadel College. He was a brilliant student. O we wamfa a year and yes sebi me transit to school. O to kwine eko koduru Germany ko hurunkukom or Germany. He was washing dishes in Germany. From there, he traveled to America to become a taxi driver. He started making millions and saving. He bought his first house in East Legon through Azuma Nelson. He started building his empire, and here he is, Kennedy Japan. How many politicians? Every Ghanaian see themselves in Kennedy Japan. Every Ghanaian. The young boy in a village in Ochemberiate, who said Kennedy is somebody who's an inspiration to him. That young girl, ne mami to PK or Kwahonoa, also say he cannot think of the next meal the next day, see themselves in Canada, Japan. That bogano or John Kukomu or Germany and America and say Italy and France are only hope because of the economic situation that they find themselves, they see themselves in Canada, Japan. That taxi driver who's driving a taxi or Uber in the New York City, anywhere around Accra, Kumasi, or a taxi driver, only what tomorrow brings, that the life has become so hard for him, they see themselves in Canada, Japan. That businessman, no, or what building the business, economic situation is hitting them so hard that they cannot understand how they come to build their businesses and sort out the next day, they see themselves in Canada, Japan. This is a new leader, fellow Ghanaians, we are bringing to you. A new leader who understands every fabric of society in Ghana. Kennedy Japan have been there. He has seen it. He has done it. And he knows how to solve the problems of the ordinary Ghanaian. Forget about the naysayers. MPP spirit need to be resurrected. Our party is dead. And we need to come back. The party need to come out. And next Ghana, what they say. Kennedy Japan said, the flag bearer of the new patriotic party, you see how the party adrenaline will resurrect. The spirit of the MPP will get up. I didn't think home because of individual selfish interest. If you say, oh, me, intino sebi, you raketi hamo, sebi unyansa baby wodri. Uti aseme wofano, me poasem, asema obeka ye, wo constituency adansia sokwa. And can ye honorable Kennedy Japan and the bao minimum crowd about 3 times? Can you've lost the election long time in Adanso at the Asiasukwa? Or the resources and a bebo and ne utminya sebi kumasi yonko, a beya wa mayan wontia. Kennedy Japan any photo. Unyankupona o denino. You can never, ever. Unyankupon, u baby a wadwene dase, u fu se a hono na emi. Leadership are made and placed by God. Nobody can. So me, I've seen it. Say Kennedy will be sworn in as the president of the Republic of Ghana. Me, Owusu Bempah, I've seen it. No matter what anybody will do, any dumane, any dumachina. In some I am making a point. Said there is a new wind of change blowing in Africa. Leadership, pragmatic. Leadership walk the talk. Leadership already theories atun chain practical to make Africa a better place. Ghana, we are looking for that leadership. Ghanaians are yearning and desiring for that kind of leadership. Ghanaians are calling for that leadership. Omu pelida or chanopa or sorry anopa. Ye boni dia police for intimate je bribe street so because they know that kind of leadership will not tolerate that. Leader a soldier 14 di omunim say papa we ono no de no ani botom sika. No politician in this country ebetima so ya no pa politicians gi sika near the sabio ye de ye nyoma ehu hia Kennedy Japan timi bottom sika $7 million, $6 million and you see cardiothoracic center military 37 military hospital since independence. No politician has ever done that. Let them come and tell me. Almost sorry na waje contract baby. Let's take it, let's grant it. So waje contract baby. Kennedy Japan waje contract no sabi wan fa nko $2 in the anfa mo baby anko da hotel. Kennedy Japan used that money to build a cardiothoracic center for the entire nation, one of the biggest military hospital in this country. And you are telling me that man is not the right material to become the president or the flag bearer of the, then you have a problem. Wow, Kasan, you have a problem. Why J contract, one fan could do some or you see hospital, not any other hospital, a cardiothoracic center. And you are telling me this man is not the right man for the job. Then you have a problem. Ebinu JJ contract yanka di ebinu to JJ yanka sika ekodi di nkofo bi o memete Ghana gas o nyoma ekoso nyina na me hu yemeka de nkofo bi yeta yesi osufo timi tam de koma omo yemra meka na mi si Ghana gas o no de me hu ye no me so yemra meka omo de omo kika sa se obi JJ contract Number T in the coming days, you know, media me can me the record ni evidence aba. Because I was the head of communication for Ghana Gas, and I have evidence. In Tobu de pa omo famra. O de OBJ contract, now the 1 year contract. OBJ contract, o de 1 year contract. What kind of dishonesty is this? What kind of me I don't care where me Owusu Bempah have been around for a long time. Mo de mo pa mo send him attack dogs no. No mo famra, omo me churning propaganda. Me show I've been around before most of the boys now I've been around for so long a time, and I've always been prominent, and I've always been around. You can't take me out. You can't take me out. Propaganda, because I don't kiss no ass. Me mean kissy politician be ass. Go and find out the ministers on by MPP time. Why am I bad OBJ contract? That person should come out and tell me, send me Owusu Bempah, send me kissy will be asa. I'm daring them today. It didn't me loud because I know where I draw my thing from. I know where I draw my largest from. It did not me loud. I don't talk. Me mean kasakeko. Ministers now mo buy and Kufuado or Baku pent me mrabonti meka. Say me or be me beje contract on hoda. Omra bonti no meka no for evidence mra. What you say? Inti ye kasa memem ye nyomo a ye tuo musika koka che so Owusu Bempah isi no betina social media no kan kwase aso. Menti so dogo bi emu abe. Mintie okra na mate lumba de cause mintie na mate. Mintie okra na mate. Now you can see descending into the gutter. I want to be descending into the gutter than me. But I don't want to go to that level. We are focused to make Kennedy upon the president of Ghana. Hey, mo sorry, I na munko attack John Mahama. Why na prevent say John Mahama amra second time? Me, na ya muni kroma na me sorry say me sin kete say kwan bia so John Mahama ma president. Na mo mam messy up am na obe president we am nko sorry nko attack John Mahama. O did the Mr. John Mahama di we hene na ko. Die ni na nya ye be purge within the political party and make sure that we get the right leader to lead the MPP and fight the NDC. That is the political strategy. Na me Owusu Bempah na nka wan de bit ma fight the NDC a chen me party ni mba ma ben wo ma obetimi ni NDC for the ani. But listen, ye nye krokro de dwon adwuma bi mu. Ye just ye new leader. Ni ehun the leader no direction or the ye call. Ghana for ye tie se Ghana for peno. Then we will put our ass on the line to do the right thing to make sure we secure power. And I was sorry, Anamoto, and Yoma El Kosu, a party, Munautu Fie, Nanyoma Bonnie Kosu Nautim featuring car. How do you have the moral high ground to go out there and criticize the NDC? Yes, they are messing up. We know. We believe they are messing up. We know they are messing up. But we don't have the moral high ground to go out there and criticize the NDC. Who born dog? Ghanaians are not stupid. Ghanaians, you do Ghana electricity diagra assemble to good the Ghana electricity diagra na ye campaign ani ye adwene say Ghana for kan sidi ni nyo munye ni yo de moye no ye kase yo Dr. Baomi ayempe no o ye si ye nyini ni yo o kase no akase no ye die ye wo sisi fia ni bi ni ye die chire ni ye campaign. They punished us. Our own party people even rejected us. Yen to abano. Iti mayen take electorates for granted. Oh yes, sir, you'll be laughing at the wrong side of your mouth. Yen meaning deep. You must say we are at a political crossroads. Ghana for here a leader or yet or what tima or dini nipa hon leader only baggage. Leader Ghana for person tono as a product. Leader Ghana for you ready to sell and buy him. And I see that in Canada, Japan. A new leader who has got what it takes to change and reinvent the wheel and make MPP great again. so divisive kind of thinking. And I me say nkrofo baby and Dr. Bawumia be flag bearer Owusu Bempah mamo sa people like Owusu Bempah ni nkrofo bi mamo form nka ho na onyame kro be mo flag bearer. Politics is about numbers. Every number count. Now Owusu Bempah odi ni pay di mechi. Odi ni pa edi mechi. Me kan na manfo bi GH ni. Me popularity in this country. Now say oh koye campaign for me kan ho me fa ho be. Me experience amenya e wo politics. Now say oh koye politics. Now you be very strategic. Will you think like that? I'm sorry. You call election am we lose so miserably. Utwi ko jina say aka na epe. Now they hear politics. It will take a novice politician to talk like that. Say aka me na epe. And people sat down and actually concocted or designed this slogan just to sell it as a political campaign slogan. And we all believe in this gibberish. I am sorry. I felt so sorry and disappointed when I heard that we have something like Akanaepe and everybody is following this. I'm sorry. This is a useless campaign slogan. I'm sorry. Politics. Now, even common sense will tell you, say, sa na eno a okan. Nipa saying na ewuom. Nipa saying obi wa no okoto abama MPP because of pension. Adebia ye can say cap the hair cap or haircut asema ofori atade ba ya ese pensioners fosi ka biafa edi okoto abati MPP. This time round no ebi kra na ono no NDC ni anaso ebi ono no okoto because that time ni atoto petrol ebia this time round ma to beto obeka akoto ama NDC obede. There are so many indicators that works. Obi okra na credibility is a problem. Leadership now dey buy bia assembly okoka fa dollar ho enti no want to about my MPP enti no this time round the leader for ba o tira o kase aka na epe. And we all foolishly follow that and we believe that that will work for us. Mire matishoku say oh yeah politics. Even Nkwalanto Tofe Wakra Omonte politics as a crowd will never make that slogan akana epe. Hey, one Professor Mills won an election, and when Akufo-Addo was leading in first round 49 point something percent, 0.99 something percent. We hear just a slim margin to win an election. You call time, Emma, the whole thing changed. Professor Mills won by just 20,000 votes. And not the president. Akufo-Addo koye campaign what time? One can say Akano 0.1 pay. Because you don't know. Some person who say you know sa akana pay slogan is useless. They should go and check 2008 elections when Akufo-Addo was leading by almost 49.9 something percent, and it took time to change the whole election results. And we are political strategies. Now so di ba omiachi now go the slogan we ba. You are writing your own political obituary. That is what you are doing. Because it is so dumb for anybody to coin that political slogan. I'm telling you. Akanaipe. When we have our ups and downs, we know the problems. Your problem are the coalition. We know. And we are still working on them. Intermediate. Masemo American yinano. And then Musa dan kwa dia betu bia se NDC force omo pe Dr. Bawumia. Enti no say ento abama Dr. Bawumia. And they know. Na me nua sami jemfia ma meka. Ye ko elections, me ni ko gina radio bi so and I'll repeat it. He said say ye the Dr. Bawumia ba omo nye campaign. And they indeed they didn't do a campaign and they won the elections. They did I nam usually sisifian no oma ye din and form because they know say the candidate so easy elections ye kwa batwa candidate product na modern corn. He must have a high believability rate that resonate on the minds of the ordinary Ghanaian people or the electorates. Say only believability rate. Obia no obeto abama no. Me na make a chero. Dr. Bawumia believability rate right now as I'm talking to you, and the number 0.137%. Ghanaians find it difficult to trust Dr. Bawumia. They find it very difficult to trust him. What is he coming to tell us? Me busao. So obey flag bearer, God forbid it will never happen. But obey flag bearer idea no beka. Ghana for bet me a shame crying. Am I be pushy Ghanaian people? Say omuko to abama. Again, ome kame inti. That he is going to change what the address system in this country. That he is the one who brought the digger mobile Oprah interoperability wine when he even refused to give credit to his own boss, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who was the head of the economic, who is the head of state and the president of the Republic of Ghana. Enti, yam kosu ni enunu ye ho ne ensre. Say, onu kuta, ye oba be church the Ghana fomu, the Ghana fompe. Ghanaian delegates, Ghanaian electorates are very sophisticated. MPP amanyoku delegates, mun fanshe mwadwini mu, na mun take the critical decision that will change your lives forever. Ye kwaji tumi ne ye kwaji. Ghana for eso mo bema ye tumi. Ghana for se mo de Canada Japan ba, o mo bema ye tumi. Die na ye twen. Fellow delegates, a day na ye twen. Again, ye train. Nti ye no so. Na ye make sure say you be taking the critical decision. A decision a bit changing your fortunes for winning this election. President Muhammad, you are the area or go. Candidates are the ban. Why and our credibility? We share NDC moi. We President Muhammad in China. Why ne ewo credibility? Why na musi ya tonwa? Kene Japan o tonwa umre, because Ghanaians know that his candidature is too predictable. Ghanaians want a predictability candidate. Candidate obe sorry adopa obe hunu se sa candidate we ye de ne ba no ye nim se ono de se wo be ye minister na ye ma wadwuma se koye na kodi sika obe yi wadi. Ghanaians know about Canada, Japan. Ghanaians know say, and some fool entimi mama nam Ghana na yeti ha no mine mu NDC 42 galam say na MPP 42 na ye nyina ye 2 na Canada Japan hwe as a president under his watch. It will never happen. It will never. He will deal with anybody who deals with Galamsey. Canada Japan leadership now wo say oh yeah corruption. And I make Canada me catch them say obia or yet dishonest. Our cannot cray, our straightforward. He cannot be around Canada Japan. And I've always said that because I've been with a man and I know him from so many years ago. I've known Canada Japan. And I'm telling you that for a fact. Oh yeah dishonest. Oh yeah obia on cannot cray. Uyo bia uye kuntuna senyoma awasem no enko straight. Uyo bia uye corrupt. You can never be around Canada Japan. Inti hono na yenkrofo problem. Say o papa we ni man be di president. Na ye o me say ye lie my. Mo bua mo nyame. Canada Japan will be president of Ghana because we want sanity. We want trustworthiness. We want to bring sanity to the presidency of the Republic of Ghana. We want to make sure we change the face of our leadership. We want to reinvent the wheel and make Ghana a beacon of hope for Africa. We want to show that Ghana is the black star of Africa. And that leadership is in Canada, Japan. If you are a young girl and you are hopeless and you think that life in Ghana is a hell because of joblessness, come and get connected, because Ken will deliver you and give you job and say, yes, you can. If you're a young man and you have come out of a university, we are graduate, say we are seeing our to Bahama, no kotoko na de crow room, na one uko application to application, na peduma. Get connected and ritaso naka che unya na unya son kanche unya na unya son kanche unya say Canada Japan will show you the way and create a job opportunity for you for the future. We a businessman. Now business is collapsing because of high economic situation that you find yourself in the country. He understands the business and he can tackle the business and solve your problems for you so that Ghana will become a safe haven for you to do business. That is Canada Japan for you. We are sick and tired of theories. We are sick and tired of theories. Theories doesn't put food on the table for us. Ghana for Miniano, Mumaya Mini. Say, oh my Ghana ya de shimai. A baby by a leadership. You woman, a kwanya ya faswa, ya chusu leader, ya chusu obiebi, ya chusu lawyers, ya chusu other leaders, so we free all aspects. We have not tried a businessman before. He came from nowhere. Kennedy Japan came from nowhere. A poor, ascend dumping young man has made life, me kind of lifestyle. Now was seeing gumi. Me can't say the papa no baby o free, ni baby o baby duria. E ya dance dear mami no me no. So why don't we give this man a chance to come and run the affairs of this country? Why don't we give him a chance? Why? Fellow delegates, Mumayan Fashe Adwinim. He is an inspiration. Anytime I speak to him, he's an inspiration to me to do better in life. Because Kennedy is an inspiration to the youth who are out there. Where he started, a young village boy from Ascendompim. He had no hope. He had no hope. Ni ma amene papa no munibi. Utimi mekinu to Adisade College, one of the prestigious boys' schools in the country. Wanfa sheni dream say ni ma bi woska na ni papa bi woska no ni esika for the rubble shoulders. Kennedy fought and made his way to the top and became one of the household names today in our country. From a taxi driver in New York, a dishwasher in Germany, Hamburg, all the way down to become member of parliament for Ascendompim for 16 years. Kennedy is the name. Wabobra amanehu, ama brabokura hu se wabom. Na sebio yema obi enkono no timi twaya edu no ntimi ntwa mo so no hwe Ghana. We need to take and give a new kind of leadership. Ye koye ni mu no mre ene bechere timinim se delegates yen sada yen sayam eka se nipa no amode no koye amokoton no Ghana fo anto. Ghana for we need to understand and listen to the ordinary Ghanaian. At the end of Moka, yepe to me delegates, to me yepe. Ye di Kennedy kwa Ghana for somebody to me be my Bumaya for Kennedy nko. Ye musaya hu. Se nipa no no abeka che se nkremufo beto abama no. Ono ani krom nkremufo, ono ana sore fo nkremufo anto abama no. Believability rate. On one ebeka say Dr. Baumia de Modena Bemu de ye ko twinka mufo vote to the amaye. Okoja baby no kan and it's one of his campaign trail. He said it verbatim. Na said you okwa trekwa okwa and penifo de busa ben okwa trekwa oso be ma ntoma tie ni din oye kwa tre na okwa oso be ma ntoma tie ni din any Dr. Bawumia na be ka kire say sebio Zongo any northern region or the vote ni na bebre meboa. And that it is possible. Say he will win the election for us. It is possible. He made some fantastic speech at that time. University of UPSC. Draw up the policy plan and how he's going to win this election for us in 2024. What happened? And then you see sebio ochema bawo nyenya abo anwa kwankwesi no Dr. Bawumia ade na si ya etotu kwan no de na chije pateku no popo kwan mu ade na si ya ochema bawo nyenya abo anwa kwankwesi no ochema omo botum pan ochema ba ana obomofo nyenya ochema obomofo abawu ami enya bo anwa kwankwesi no zero in all the northern region. What happened? Fellow delegates, when you're zero in all 30 polling stations in the north, they were trying to justify it. How dare you justify that? Dr. Bawumia believe in data, and the data doesn't support your candidature to become a flag bearer. Data no support all the data. Missy may there will be also or no or ye analyst omranian 1-to-1. All the data, everywhere, the data doesn't support. So, Omekanche say you and I were not there in the northern region. Dr. Bawumia, you and I were not there. So what happened in the northern region? What happened in the Zongo community? You and I were not there. Gambo, Fanko. At least, let's be honest to ourselves. Nana do danko Kufuado. Our your predecessor, only J. Kufo. Omuko elections. Omuko munye Muslims. They never got zero in Zongo community. They never lost all the Zongo communities. Why are we doing this to ourselves, fellow delegates? Mumienye straight to Akufuado, he wasn't a Muslim. He wasn't. But he was able to win some of the Zongo communities. Let's see. So fools like me who make sure. Let's see. Said the fellow delegates know. Asema make case. They know why. They should come and explain to us why Dr. Bawumia got zero. And he lost all the Zongo community. Akufuado J. Kufuor never lost in those areas. J. Kufuor, when you look at the statistics, J. Kufuor won some of the Zongo communities. Indeed, why do we have to gamble? Because you're the Kufuor koi, you're the Akufuado koi, the Dr. Bawumia ko. And what is the reason? Reason is only a reason the amount because we be abasa in the marketability. They can't convince us he's marketable. Okay, he's marketable. Then why didn't he win? Oh, yes, yes, uncle try and be him. Hey, and once a try and say try. We cannot gamble with the future of our delegates. We cannot gamble with the lives of the ordinary people. Businessmen omo Gan MPP mo ejuma ye ba ye di oma bro. Selfishness. We didn't treat them well, and they have lost a confidence in the MPP. Yes, I'm on for another 16 years because we are gambling with Dr. Bawumia. We should go and gamble with him because we feel say they're not bad. Yes, I'm finding him. You're the neighbor winning. Is that what we are saying? You didn't buy obese winning because you do be about 3 times in the environment. Are we serious? When the ordinary Ghanaian people, Oma Shenenim, Acheno, Oma Twetian. You have a deficit. Akufo-Addo left a foundation of 6.7 million votes. And Ujamaye. Dr. Wumia Elkono, no 4.3 million. Check out the difference. I didn't see here, nobody can explain it to you. Okasa ni di watem. Okasa na atem didi I know be solve problem no. One ka just atem didi solve problem. We have a real problem. Dr. Bawumia has a baggage. Let's go and find out. And Penifosi upusu no muma na atenenka and I make catch us a Professor Okwe committee no. I am daring anybody, including Miami own brother Justin Fribourg, could you say obey adum no the Professor Okwe committee report na beto abonten na nyina hu the baggage of Dr. Bawumia was spelled out in Professor Okwe committee. It was spelled out clearly. Inti, who are we deceiving? Why you deceive no? Abysmal performance will be there. What do I say? Who are we deceiving? Unprecedented MPP history, a bit see the candidate be anywhere. What Bombay elections a change, Dr. Bawumia. Now, MPCB or Omudidi Achira. Omo declaration. I'm sure more no more mistress. Omo politicians are. Omo needs a leadership. Our consequence. Leader obefano the betre the consequence of the direction that you want to go. See akoto aba we MP. Maybe MP na mako contest Asante Achim North. Na me a candidate. Na ye bobo resource no nyamaye. Na se bibibuso mankala otwemberi ate ko remu ne bra abebume resource nyamaye. Ye cancer resource no nam kwan mu aeba na ye rea mani abria migina mani u chancho ancho ye declare presidential resource wa na leader no o twan wo de no ano na ono aba abontin less than 24 hours no aba be declare say on the wagiatum na NDC for the patapati so as a candidate who put my life in danger because of your own selfish interest, and you want me to go and vote for that leader? Hey, MPs sometimes we show more no more misery. At that time, we a candidate, your life is in danger. Your candidate has put you in danger. First time I met Ghana political history, I mean, say lead the Biababeji about Watum. When leave ni crew and I say the followers into limbo for the first time. Me who be there. When the catcher say, your co-election now is just all about going to concede elections. Yeah, diplomacy behind the scenes, conceded election. Diplomacy can even calm down your supporters and make sure say every vote, when you go and read 48 laws of power, every leader carry along his people. You carry them along. You don't leave them in the middle of the deep blue sea. No. But in 2024, what do we see? If we your friend is saying MPs baby, oh, and I media me declare my doctor, will be any problem. But the delegates are not stupid, you know. You cannot think that you are a leader and you are an MP and therefore what you say is what your people will do. See, it was our power now. What happened in 2024 elections should remind us that this time round elections have become so complicated. They are serious as a people. What do I say? In the fellow delegates, Monjo 2024, you see here. Leader no ani edi na ji aye kono me sorry anopa me ma me be frame say be say mo prabera no consider defeat. I was shocked to the core. I was so astonished. I was so surprised. That is why Basintale and his boys got out and took advantage. ene Ablekumanov nye ye seat ni ya je FSM no. Ebi so anka leader no to no bo anka Ablekumanov ke be ye dia. And the same very own people start talking. When Owusu Bempah decided, say, oh, we are going into Muhammad's house at that year, at that time, say, corruption on Airbus, we are going to talk about their own very own people. They didn't understand because of their political strategies that people don't understand. I knew what Basin Tale and his people were planning for that elections. And we wanted to test them and know what they have in store. And eventually it was manifested in 2024. You saw it in your naked eyes. Eti ye see Kennedy akompre kwa Japan and ye pen. Ghana force me kanchira mo because me every average person or grassroots are Ghana for ne kasa ye me Owusu Bempah. A lot of people speak to me. High profile people, the ordinary people on the street, people on the ground. Ashanti region and the base and the heartbeat of the MPP. And I have that kind of people out there who speak to me every day. Monfa Kennedy Japan mra yebetua banamam. It's got nothing to do with anything. Why are we being asubrache? Kennedy is the big deal for us. If we want to win this election 2024, he is the man. He has seen it all. Munkona mkobusa members of parliament omoteo. Me Kennedy de me ne ebibia. Munkona mkobusa members of parliament omoteo. Ewo parliament say any committee bia wo de Kennedy Japan beto so. Se wo ye MP na wo throw report na committee no ba nanim na wo nye apt on your figures, you onye apt on anything that you are doing now, but you'll be in trouble. They should go and ask the chief executive officer of Ghana Gas. They will tell him when he come and sit in board meetings and your market in Japan, the questions will be, it will shock you. Very meticulous. People think that Babano Kasa. Who told you there are other side of Kennedy Japan that you people don't know? And yet the read these speeches. The man is so deep and very intelligent. He paid a particular attention to details. Mena make a chone. Opa kofa pepe bina ko chocho bibi guzo na Kennedy ama wadwuma seye na chocho bibi na fa bigina Kennedy Japan nim na toto papa so na hade. Busa the campaign team for they will tell you. Kennedy will look into your face and tell you, my friend, go and get your figures right before you come here. What are we doing to ourselves? Ghanaians need a new leader. A leader a bit more trusting, say at least when he will bring discipline in Ghana. Ghana, we are sick and tired of indiscipline. Indiscipline. And Kofobi camp. Yes, obi nipa ba akofo kasa obi ankasa. Ubetimi de saba Kennedy Japan e campaign camp. Ubetimi aba ho aba bedi nsehunu. Hey, you born dog. You can't. Asidon pema brande on chemawo. E ma bedi nsehunu on chemawo. And that's what me Owusu Bempah, me I was brought up in a disciplined home. So me believe in that kind of leadership. Obi oni me bi abeka chiro. I believe in that kind of leadership. And you'll be the rhetorics, mere rhetorics. Kennedy will discipline you. He will discipline you right there. You take it right there. Bubusa, ombekachiro. Ghana for here leadership or ye discipline. Editina na yo mto my Mafe Rawlings, Ghana for Mafe Rawlings. Editina omukasa. They are talking about the leader okuta that kind of craziness to do something to change the face of our lifestyle. Ghana for are yearning for that. Ghanaians are calling for that. MPP mumi emphasize ama Ghana for. Mumi emphasize ama Ghana for. Indiscipline is becoming the order of the day. In Ghana. BBI, the OBI, the open way, obi mo bi chem so. obi leadership wa unim say in the world we are simon you will leaders be wa the minute ubehu omo presence ubehu omo leadership qualities ubeti omo din. When the name Kennedy Japan is mentioned, what comes into mind? Honesty, truthfulness, discipline. Mewa. What about Dr. Bawumia? What comes into mind when they mention his name? What comes to mind? Digitalization. Digitalization. No. Digitalization. Came long time. We are talking about values that human beings believe. Human being values. Values were here, Juma. Obianim said no cray, no crow. Oh, baby, atemwa, and no solve problem. No values are Ghana for GD, a Ghana for near Koji to me a flow mo. Young Conco free, Obiho, Yakoje free Ghana for a Tiwono, or to an answer some now Bodona wow, sa. A wow, someone. What you say? Mubet in the baba, would your pa, dear King and Akofa Dr. Bawumia bra. 20 times, Ghana for will show you your smoothness level. Because Ghana for him say they want a leader obetime discipline omo. Leader obetimi akase ene ochina medem opasisi amma Dr. Bawumia enkojina Independence Square. Niemfa Kennedy Japan enkojina Independence Square. Na Dr. Bawumia nkase obetima milk. Obie pipe wa milk be piemaba na Kennedy Japan so can the same thing. Ghana for be Kennedy Japan wedi say ono Kennedy Japan o si obet mama Ghana pipe no milk aba na Dr. Bawumia so nka say Ghana pipe no ye bia milk beba na ho hwe de Ghana for be ginedi believability rate opa. I am just telling you the fact. Trustworthiness. He can look, Kennedy Betime look into the eyes of the Ghanaians and tell them, Ghana for me buy yesika samunyo, afina me be create jobs. It munya botrena men create a juma mamu. Me ye ni say, bibi besi bi oni Ghana for be din ye, o me chantro bia anchobia. Obia nim say, at least papa we okano kore. Inti ye to abama no ye nim say, no credit be ye juma. That is what the Ghanaian people are looking for. And yet MPP, your own candidate. We are not going out there to elect a presidential candidate for ourselves. We are going to elect a presidential candidate that we will take him out there and win an election that the ordinary Ghanaian people should buy. Until let's not toy with ourselves. Let's make a critical decision. Critical decision that will change the face of Ghanaian politics forever. Na minim se enye nkomhyefo no kwa na eka onyankopon asakra wiem dada onyankopon asakra wiem se de meka no enne kanye Bawumia nkrofo ebi a secretly omo frefre ye no bi eka Ernest Owusu Bempah yenya abotre na omo ne ye na eko omo nim se de omo ye no omo nim de omo ye enti no sebi mpreduasa yempe yentem kuchu na they will come and join us after na me say yes, there is hope at the end of the tunnel, because oman kasa na nim say the candidate will not sell. They know say the candidate will not give them power. They know that Dr. Bawumia is not a candidate yedene kwa Ghana for beton. Why? Na eya na me hwene o ma bia na ya misre. You see, yes, a political party already yakwa elections. Delegates muntio yakwa elections. Elections na yakwa ye no. Enkrofo enim say you serious issues with ye leader no. Baby ojina ni gidi a owo ewo ne sum ene nyoma. Then after elections I lose so miserably. Then one person or ye supposed supporter of me person because I don't want to give people credit. Or no jina o chabo, one of the prominent clergy Ghana ha obia buno esfere no ye twabono yantise that leader no a ono no ne supporter no edi sanse hunu no watimi a call out about disassociating ho ana obeka bibi etia. So person who say there's a doomsday ahead of us when we pick one candidate. The consequence is very troublesome, worrying. Say it me trust Super Duncan Williams, one of the finest bishops. On munyamnia mikra mekasa no nkra misro se metimi kra biema no aka asemfun bi atia papa we na yetimi de ni gina in the name of MPP ni a super papa we. Then we want Christian to vote for us. We want that leader to win an election for this country. Hey, I feel so sad. That is why I knelt down and begged Duncan Williams. Yeah, Papa Duncan Williams. Me sa te akwanya we faso biem se baby aye tie bia. Me sre se papa uko to dwa nim na bompa ya kayen fire bone cheyen papa yenim sebi ye ntotofe wafo a yenim sunsun mu nsem na papa ye bunko to dwe e pa o chobiem se susukruwa biara o yaudie biara o haw biara ye katrema akwatia wo e nam candidate bi so ma sa de we bai ye ti papa fache men ninkrofobi echi emfa MPP mutimuka papa minim se wo ye ni papa wo ye onyame ni po onyame difo ne wo onyame na anointed to watch over this nation, Papa Duncan Williams. And we believe and trust in you. Ti papa, you bunko to be paucho. A chopa soon any papa media minyakra na kama bawa ni mabeda from a smogu naso. Bonibia MPP ayo bi afache. No yankopon be show any munyam. Onyame a show any munyam dada. Baby a wodo wagina bapon gina peso. Any wani munyam e fata dada papa. Wani munyam kron dada. Enye ne eno obi ba be kan bibia tia wo. Ye di kanede Japan wachi de ye judi. Ye nim de obetumi aye. Onyame and anointed to watch over this nation. And we believe in that. Sebi aprosi from penifo sebi yano yemu bia no atiam ye dia chopa kese and eba mam penifo toto urofo a muka egbam ye see sebi akokoba etiaba ne nkumba yenim se oba adwunsogu naso a e chopa ne ye ba yenim se mu betie no asopam na mu ba ye yadom. Kennedy is on a mission. The mission, one of the cardinal principles of a leader, is to discipline his followers. And Kennedy Japan will not allow me Owusu Bempah me si me dinachi say me ko di osophobia temogana no ma me ninachi obepam me e kira. And this is the kind of leaders that we are looking for. He will call a spade and crack the whip when it's necessary. Inti Ghana for share leadership are here churning out in this country. Ghana for share the kind of leaders are ye ba be yi ewo MPP mu. Na yesi edi kogu echiri ne ma. Leader said you omum di na chi di nsem hu a ontimi crack the whip and tell them to be disciplined. Who told you said Duncan Williams don't have followings? It will be suicidal on any politician who is right thinking to go and allow his followers to insult Duncan Williams, a prominent man of God who has so much followings. Apart from entity, I the entity see me kika a for touch not the anointed and do that prophet no harm. Whether so finyami o so finyami o media mimi gidi so yo nyami nipa una unyinia fa show them naka na sa papa we no tete dark a word mills papa animunyamfo yi o ye Christoni papa penny on tete isud anabanom on tete papa ye animunyamfo ba ku ye osofo penny wo Ghana hai empenimfo toto wura sofo chenchirefo mo Ghana papa yi Duncan Williams and tete wo munyina papa otimi man nsa so tie mu manyankopon tenene onso no feren ni ya sorry anopa yi yesia duasam yensa ni ya sopa sofui okroma because there's no moral high ground in this country. Na sabi o yeti society mu na ye nimpanifo a etuyefo a ebede no man no yetima chichiro man yenso yesi ye man ye kwan ne me chichiro man ni e be chichiro man na se ye hunu de ye ene de nya. Me Owusu Bempah, me share my politics. I've never attacked any man of God in this country because I know that is not the way to go. Me Owusu Bempah, I will never attack any high profile person in this country. Say me yes sir, na enye ade papa. Me, I will criticize you, but I will not insult you. That is the difference. Upa go and check. That is where people compare origins. Me, I have never insulted a high profile person. Na me do atopi. Me bida. I criticize, and that's the difference. They say to me, I'm criticizing Dr. Bawumia. I respect him. I love him. He's a high profile person, but I believe that Dr. Bawumia is not the right candidate to lead the MPP, and the facts are there. I don't know any insult. Intimi didn't attempt because baby I drew me and if you anka me pay. Intimi didn't attempt. That's the difference. Intimi shenoso. You how you be measured in the way we do our things. Try to get yourself involved. Na bibia ye biam ehun de be. Nti o my Ghana fo me nsemo a me dia to dwa no eno ano no. Minim se onyankopon ni nyansem mu no wa ode ni Canada Japan already. You say Kennedy a Japan would definitely emerge the flag bearer and the president of the Republic of Ghana. Inshallah. 2026, Kennedy will become the president of the Republic and the flag bearer of the new Patriotic Party. Delegates, asudie kesiye da yeso. Say, ye the products ako. Yamana kwenya se penny ye kulami yamana kwenya mfie mpori dunsia se onton ne ho nkyere Ghana fo penny yenim ni product yenim na deban yenim de oye yamana opportunity aton no ye de ne koto Ghana fo enim se ye ntono Ghana fo anto. We shouldn't make that mistake. Onu ankasa Dr. Bawumia onim se Ghana for MPS be president. He knows that. He knows that. He believes that. That's why he coined a campaign slogan, "It is possible." He knows that it was impossible because of the line where he stands. And it's a problem because campaign and politics and elections are numbers. It's a number game. It's a number game. And every vote counts. Every vote counts. Nti, the Americano, intimi mase, ye kotoaba, ye nimse sirim ho, problem ho, two tribes are at loggerheads with each other. Our candidate comes from one tribe, and we want to gamble and present that candidate because we feel, say, he is the one that we should say, because one vote to cry message na kusasi ni ba kokra nto aba mayaya. We have lost. We have a deficit. We have to accept that fact. Why are we running away from that? Why should we want to gamble with that candidate? Candidate, no, but we are saying Japan cancel and we didn't lose election. Candidate or cancel, ma MPP lose election, pie Dr. Baumia. Obekach the Ghana for you say, while local CD no, Eddie key nama IGP at all. Inti CD no yadia, ebeko, surako so ne, akosul tra. Adia china CD na tiplaka. Nenenam 18. Ghana for doesn't trust him again. Or can't say my Ghana for ni. Ote cabinet meeting as you. Now sitting president, on election day, you increasing fuel. I now ni worry. Now, how does Ghana trust you with the highest leadership? Say first year amount. One can you the highest position in Ghana. A vice president, president do now see serious statement like this. Say, unye aware. Is it a lie or lie? No, ukasana Ghana for even though they are all kind of go, but Ghana for don't believe it. Believability rate. Omufu se kene Japan ko beka se oh me aware na ye wo ba na me no omunya adwene e different believability rate. Dr. Baumia, how do you go out there and justify that to the ordinary people? How do we go out there and explain to them? A serious matter. Ghana for want to hear. And here in our Beka. Hinted ye pa. Yen tasin se abesipani kuni na habai. Na delegates. Ochinebi. President Kufone kan was it's better to be a boy in a party in government than to be a general secretary in opposition. Abysmal performance in the history of MPP politics. 2024 elections. Zongo man was a candidate. He lost all the Zongo communities except Winneba Zongo. How do you convince me that that candidate will be overturning the abysmal performance in the Zongo community? A Muslim. First time in the history of MPP, you elected a Muslim to become the flag bearer of the new patriotic party. He lost miserably in all the Muslim settlers in the country. First time of picking a northern candidate to lead the MPP. First time. Facts are clear. He went out there, he lost so abysmally in the northern part of the country. In fact, the candidature, all the 6 northern regions he lost everywhere. The candidate votes or the statistics, it was the most abysmal performance in the history of MPP in the northern region. So how do we go out there and tell us that Dr. Baumia can overturn this fortune, overturn this abysmal performance and make it better for us? And so we should try him again. And that candidate is better, and we are convinced that we should take him and we'll win that elections for us in 2028. When NDC is trying to correct the mistakes, mess it up. So the optics is not only about even a Newman Kiting. It's about the candidate and the individuals that we are going to elect them and put them there to lead the engine of the political party. How do we? My President Rollins can't be chiremi. Na me kama Ghana Fwati. We don't use emotions to judge what is right from wrong. We use emotions. More emotional. Because we didn't chinintino facts no ograna. Oh, you are too emotional. You start insulting. And just sit down and have a sober reflection. Think. Papa no was not enough. Into obeji nothing vote. E di see ye. Se BBC pa na mu gidi se BBC na madam mu se mumi ankoshe Professor Okwe committee report. Madam ye se obi afa report no na ne nhwe de wo mu. Se enkofobi entokwa esie nuanom a wo mo ho yenim se ye nua kusasifo ene mampusifo wo ntokwa. Na a political party yesi ye pe power ye nuanom kusasifo beto aba mampusifo so beto aba ni akofa candidate to free another tribe or beto aba. That means automatically we've lost the other vote from the other side. Automatically it's automatic. So no baumia no vote no what in a bar they will lose miserably because the Kusasi people are not going to vote for him. It's a fact. It's a fact. Because it's never ending. Tiemon paye, ema ye ho. Na Nyankopon ema ya adwene. Aye, the bedwene akwa echire deep pa. The man is innocent but is a victim of circumstance. And there's nothing anybody can do about that. There's nothing anybody can do about that. There's nothing. There is nothing anybody can do about that. Nobody's attacking anybody. But it's a fact. Why should we use emotions to judge what is right from wrong? There are key fundamental issues that we need to deal with. And that is it. Odiase, timidase. Ghana for nyina ye do biase. The best candidate to handle the MPP and take MPP from a political wilderness is Honorable Kennedy Akompreko Ejapon. Kennedy is a shining example of, and he represents every Ghanaian out there. Umiantua banuma Kennedy Akompreko Ejapon. I mean him say unyamitia sidie Kennedy eba be president. The flag bearer on 31st of January 2026. Kennedy will emerge as a flag bearer. No amount of machinations will work. Matiti, so you're planning on the D-Day, you be say mafia tactics and juma. Because as you see bana juguruma no be apuma twedi ahye ntomam e be na mebu no muntie nie mo amaya madwene say mo be planning kululu e bi ni ade this time round no muni the system support. You don't have the establishment support. You don't, because uni DC bia ona DC, you know, any police commander any obi akwa akobopo no ma ye mu ya ye be ma mu showdown. Ye be ma mu showdown. Because we are going to make sure that all our cameras and body counts are all activated across the country. Unless you ever told of Finchim or be the smoothness level, and Kennedy will win these elections. Indeed, Obia why not gonna say, oh, person will start here machinations be, and now your delegates will go them, delegates will on Metwabama way, and go for Metwabama way. No, one shall say revise him knows. What you say? A comprekuno di animono or a leader. Yet the one year rehearsals for 2028. Yet the way the rehearsal for 2028. We will activate everything and make sure that this election it will be free and fair. You'll be winning or winning. Ye believe we say ya ton ya mama delegates. Delegates na so madwene. Or when him say Kennedy ni didn't bar ye be winning these elections. Odiase entino ye de ye ready say ye ton yensem akonanda kan yensem akere. Obianu a ye desperate. The issue about Mos ne Sanyo na almost sorry about Kennedy Japan is a Kennedy Japan ye traitor. One ye traitor. Mrs. Ansem na mokika munya yo. Na nsemwa e wo ho ye mpese e be attack you biao. Ye pe unity. Kennedy we need you people from the other side. So we don't want to go into that tangent. We don't want to go into that tangent. It will share no so. Na munya isa ya mpia to ohunu no amotototo no. So what I say, ne who say Ken is going to win. He's going to win these elections. Osoro akasa na sasiya akasa. Kennedy is going to be the next flag bearer of the new Patriotic Party and go on to become the president of the Republic of Ghana. Inshallah. Onyame akasa ewie akasa. Nothing can stop it. Into be a why na dwene say oba be starte kululu, oba be ye bibia di problem beba, obi ba be ye bibia, obe create problem na ye mafia, ni be tactics, ni be say na o polling agent gina wa, na obi abe pa ni sum, no afa ne ho di nya adwuma. Me nuanom, obi a waje wa plan sa ade no, won kan ko da kra. Sa tactics no, old mafia tactics no, ye koye nim chesa. Kennedy is the man to beat. What you say? Inti mesrew ye hye no so na ye hu ekwan a ye de nioma befa so na ye nyina as a party no ye nye nioma papa wo ye youth na wo party mu a fa 31st wo ye delegates for 31st January as a day of a reckoning, a day of salvation, a day that you are going to make sure that you go and vote for Honorable Kennedy Japan and make sure say you protect the ballot. Every vote count that day. Make sure that that is going to be a day a bit changing the face of MPP. Until we are delegate. Now anywhere you find yourself, make sure say election way is a lifetime election. This election, 31st January, is a lifetime election. It's an election that is a do or die election. It's an election that will make sure, say, we change the status quo. It's a grassroots election. Grassroots for mo na mo yesi ahini to ahini. Mo na mo kase empunu a empunu. It's not about those at the top. It's about you. Kennedy stands for you. So you must come out and make sure, say, you make a difference. Come out in your numbers boldly and make a statement. Intelligence reporter enya any plans meetings omu ye nyina de omu ankrofo na dr ba omu ankrofo no omu akoye meeting na no ma be ka che we are very very aware of the problems and yoma omu ye any plans omu fa nyina eni ekura ni nyina. Omo ankrofo na asema di kan ka jem se omo ankrofo no bebre si omo nyini ni so betima win election tino omo de omo ho keke because of enyoman nkitinkiti bi omo nya free o nti omo de omo ye ready say they will make him a president of Ghana intino omo di na chi keke omo a Dr. Ba omi ankrofo na bi na be ka every day they are giving us first hand information, so we believe in that and we are working hand in hand with them. But the year and he said those are my hardliners. My say they want to create problems. They want to create confusion. They want to change certain things. Omune ye won ye pepi so MPP mom. Ye pasumdwe. Na party net imagine na so. I say repeat it. Those who think say ne na Kennedy Crawford omo attack Mahama, we don't have the moral high ground. We don't have the moral high ground. And then young phone be call can galamsi once. Oh, can say? Ebrana Mahama war Abamu 2020, way 2016, 2012 deba. They use galamsi omo messy Ghana up. And we had an opportunity 2016 to change things. President Akufo-Addo came out and say he put his presidency on the line. Yeah, na bebre we to galamsey allegedly. Bebre, why are we lying to ourselves? The Ghanaian people know. You know man at society, they know. So and now sorry no pass and cobrari into ukwa kosa idi akwa kujina and cobra akokan bibia che o Ghana for uni. Unless we purge ourselves to the kind of leaders Ghana for be who say wo mu ye nyoma beboa ma Ghana gina ne naso. That is where Ghanaians will have a believability rate for us. You understanding Ghanaian politics is very sophisticated. We cannot sit down and think that everything is just the way we think it is. No. In terms of Ghana for him say is so chair to a ebre na so se medi me dwumadie no beba na wieye na mesan ba na maba beto so maka nsem bebre na minim se obetase ne sabese paniko na haban na on the 31st of January mwako akoyi Kennedy akompreko berema ba e Japan no aba beye the flag bearer and then go on to win the election to become the president of the Republic of Ghana. Thank you very much. I'm out.